Sharpening hoof knives. What do you use and how do you do it? So here I have a right-handed hoof knife and I have a loop hoof knife. This is my favorite brand, Hall, the Hall hoof knife. I got these at just my local farrier supply store. This loop hoof knife was the first hoof knife I bought, and I actually kind of ruined it by sharpening it incorrectly because I didn't know when I first started. So I'm going to explain the right and the wrong way to do things. This is a diamond blade sharpener, so it's smooth to my touch. It's not going to hurt me. And I also bought this at my local farrier supply store. I'll try and find links for ones that are like this or comparable. This one is called the Ultimate Edge. But yeah, I'll put links down below so you guys can find these things. On a hoof knife, this goes for loop or regular, there is an angle to the blade. So this side comes up straight, or like on the loop, the outsides come up straight, and then on the inside there's a slight angle. And this one's pretty dirty, but here we go. This one's also really dull because I let my daughter trim hooves with it. So I usually keep it pretty dull, but I'm going to sharpen it now, and it's going to be a great example. So I'm going to be following the angle of this blade. Come here. So what you don't want to do is ever sharpen from the outside. You just want to sharpen along the angle that is pre-made on there. You can look, you can start to see where I've sharpened it. But if you come at a different angle than what is put on there, or you come from the outside, you're not really ever going to get as sharp of an edge that will last as long. So I want to come on here, follow this all the way around towards the tip, and I want to come just follow it. And then I'll check it. It's feeling sharper. Still on the edge right here. So I'm going to come. Because really when you're trimming, I use this part, but I use this tip the most. So this is the part that's going to dull the fastest and that you want to focus on the most. So this is the part I'm going to focus on, and mine is really dull, so I'm doing it maybe for more than you would have to. So as I'm feeling this, it's feeling sharper still. Now I'm going to get this. I did this side of the tip. I'm going to get right here. Now for the loop knife, it's very similar. It's just a little bit more awkward of an angle because it's the loop. But I want to come in, so right now I'm sharpening this side right here. I'm going to come in. And I'm just focusing on this side. You can see shiny where I sharpened it, not shiny, not sharpened it there. And this one's actually just been sitting in an extra groom box in my garage. I haven't used it in probably a year. So it was a great thing to pull out and do an example for, but it's really dirty and dusty. The other side, I'm just going to follow that same blade line. It would be much, and this is the mistake I made. I did it from the outside because I thought that was way easier than doing it from the inside. And then I learned, nope, I made it so it's never going to be as sharp as it should be. I tried to like make the point from both sides, which is just not smart if you think about it. But I was really new to trimming at that point. So you can also come, from the bottom and push, or you can come from the top. And I'm just kind of right there. So I'm doing the far side, and now here I'm switching to the inside. And to do this tip, I'm just going to come down. And I want to check it. you'll feel for which parts are still dull and which parts you've sharpened. So that is how I sharpen my hoof knives. I also do use bonsai nippers, which are actually made for bonsai trees, and I made a whole video explaining how I use those, but I use those for a lot of the same things I use my hoof knife for. So I don't use my hoof knife as much as I used to. Well, I still do use it all the time, but sometimes in the summer when the bars are just so hard, I have to use the bonsai nippers instead of my hoof knife, no matter how sharp I make my hoof knife. So that's another good option to use. They're kind of both can be used for similar things. I do recommend getting both if you really are like full into trimming, but if you're just learning, just one is good to start with. As far as sharpening other tools, since we're just talking about sharpening here anyways, I do not have my rasps sharpened. I use them and then I'm done with them, since they are about $30 to $40 each, depending on where I'm buying them and how much in bulk I'm buying them. For me, it's totally worth it just to get a new one. And depending on the time of year, it will last me about a month, maybe more in the winter, maybe less in the middle of summer, and depending on how many hooves I'm trimming. For nippers, I have heard of people that have good luck and like to send them out to get them sharpened. Personally, I don't. I have the pair I use, the GE 14-inch. They are definitely on the more expensive side, but to me they are the best quality and they last me a year or two, you know, depending, trimming professionally. So it's definitely a worthwhile investment for me. And I would also say if you're trimming your own horses, they would last you an infinite amount of time if you just have a few, as long as you take good care of them and don't let them rust, and, you know, make sure to clean the hooves out really well. That's the same thing with all these tools. You're gonna have to sharpen them or get new ones so much more often if you don't clean the hoof out really well. Any little rock that's embedded in that hoof wall is just gonna overly dull your tool. So definitely clean out the hoof first is the first step to keeping your tool sharp, and then you'll have to sharpen them less. I hope this video was helpful. I will link my bonsai nippers video down below, and if you enjoyed it, leave it a like, comment, and a subscribe.